chapter 2. Let's go. Special and different.
Chapter 2. Yeah.
Okay.
I will read. Okay.
Okay.
I will use
cool.
my physical book.
You're going to use your book. Okay. I'm going to read off your screen.
Okay.
Okay.
Chapter 2. Special and different. Jonathan and Martha took the boy home to their farm. They named him Clark. They didn't tell him about his arrival. They didn't tell other people either. If someone asked, they said, "He is Martha's sister's son." Oh my gosh, 3 apostrophe.
Yes, that's very hard to say. He's Martha's sister's son.
Yeah, he's Martha's sister's son.
Was there an easier way for them to say that?
Sorry?
Do you think there was an easier way for them to explain who he was?
Okay, yeah, I got it.
I think they could have just said...
In a conversation, it's so hard to understand.
Yes.
If, for example, if you say the same sentence so fast, I guess for me would be so hard to understand.
Very hard.
But when I am reading, okay, that's okay. When I am reading,
that's okay. I would have said, "This is my nephew."
Yeah,
instead
it's
of
okay.
This is my sister's son. He could have been introduced as, "Oh, this is our nephew." Simple. But Martha's sister's son. It's a bit of a tongue twister. Say it 3 times fast.
Yeah, it's like a tongue twister. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, he is Martha's sister's son. She died. She died, right?
Mm-hmm. She died.
Okay. They didn't want Clark to be different from other children, but he was different. He was special. He was very strong. He was very fast. Nothing hurt him. When he was 8, a big milk can hit his head. It didn't hurt him. 2001, Smallville, Kansas, United States. Clark sat at his computer. Every morning, he used the internet. He wanted to find stories about special people, very strong people, very fast people. "Clark Kent," Martha called. "You're going to be late for the bus." "Okay, I'm coming," shouted Clark. He put on his school clothes and shoes, cleaned his room, and put his school books in his bag. All in 1 minute. Martha came into his room with some clothes. "You can wear these to the homecoming dancing." You can wear these to the homecoming dance this weekend," she said. "I'm not going, Mom," said Clark. "I haven't got a girl to go with." "Did you ask anyone?" Martha asked. "No," he said. He ran down to the kitchen. "What's the letter, son?" asked Jonathan. It is for the football team," said Clark. "They want some new players." "You can't do it," said Jonathan. "Oh, please, Dad," said Clark. "I can run slowly. I can be careful." "I'm sorry, Clark," said Jonathan, "but the answer is no." "I don't want to be different," shouted Clark. "I can never do normal things. People at school think I'm a loser." He ran up the door. We must tell him about the spaceship," Martha said to Jonathan. Clark walked to the bus stop. He was late again. The school bus drove off. The school bus drove off, right?
Yes.
Drove off?
Right. Drove off.
Okay, without him. "Oh no," he said. "Everything going wrong today." Suddenly, he smiled a big smile. He turned and ran through the fields at 100 kilometers, right? Kilometers an hour. The bus arrived at school. Clark's friends, Pete Ross and Chloe Sullivan, were on it. Chloe was new in Smallville. Her dad worked at Luther Corp. She wrote for the school newspaper and took photos for it. She was always ready with the camera. Okay, and there is a line here about
Mm-hmm.
loser. The loser means doesn't play sport or have any friends,
Right.
right? Do you use this word in your daily
Um,
conversation?
Not really. It's a bit derogatory. It's not a nice word.
It's like a bad word.
Yeah, we use it as a joke. We might say to someone, like they do that loser. Like if one of my friends
Ah,
does something, they go loser.
really?
Yeah, so it's
Oh.
like loser. Or if you see
I
someone,
start using this.
yeah. So it's
Sure.
like if my friends are stuck doing something they don't want to do, like anything, we can just kind of do this sign to them, and they go, it's like, nah, I'm not a loser. So just as a joke, I would use it. I would never call someone a loser in a mean way. It's a very mean word.
Okay.
So I imagine someone who doesn't have any friends is very self-conscious of being a loser. So it would be very like bullying to call someone that. But as a joke, you can loser.
Okay. Got it. So, next page.
Yep.
Are you going to dance with anyone? It's a question. Are you going to dance with anyone? Pete asked Chloe. No, not yet, said Chloe. Well, if Clark doesn't ask you, I'm not interested in Clark, Pete, she said. Right, said Pete. He knew that wasn't true. Well, we can go to the dance together if you want, he said. Not boy and girl, friend and friend. Suddenly, Clark was there. Hi, you too, he said. Pete and Chloe were very surprised to see their friend. We saw you at your farm, Chloe said. You weren't on the bus. I came different way, said Clark. Are you ready for the football team, Clark? Asked Pete. I'm not going to do it, said Clark. But Clark, said Pete, do you want to be the scarecrow? The scarecrow, Chloe said loudly. What is a scarecrow? Shh. Shh, said Pete. This happens here every year, Chloe. Before the homecoming game, the football players choose someone, a loser. A loser.
A loser.
Right? A loser. They take him to the cornfield and take all his clothes. Then they write big red S on the front of his body. And they put him on a big wooden pole, said Clark. So he's a scarecrow. How terrible, said Chloe. Then Clark saw a beautiful girl with long brown hair and a lovely smile. See you later, he said to his friends. Clark walked across to Lana Lang. He was a meter.
Mm-hmm.
It's a British, or it's like a bit British.
Yeah, a bit British. Yeah,
meter.
Yeah, meter.
Okay. He was a meter from her. Meter, that's right?
Yeah, a meter. It's a measurement. Which is
right?
unusual for an American to use that, because Americans don't use meters. They use yards and feet. So meter is imperial. It's a measurement. 1 meter, 1 yard.
Okay. He was a meter from her. Suddenly, he crashed to the ground. In this part, in the sentence here, crashed. It's like
tripped.
Came down.
Yes,
came down.
He tripped over. He crashed.
Okay.
He tripped to the ground. Fell to the ground. So he must have tripped on something, or he's just clumsy.
Okay. Yeah.
He's a loser.
Clumsy and loser.
He's got it all going for
similar.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Suddenly he crashed to the ground. His books went everywhere. Why does this always happen near Lana? He thought. Is it because I like her? Hi, Clark. Are you okay? She asked. Hi, Lana, he said. Yeah, I'm fine. She gave his books to him. You're reading Nietzsche. Are you man or Superman? I don't know, Clark said. They smiled. Lana, shouted Whitney Fordman, a tall, good-looking student. He was Lana's boyfriend. Whitney was fantastic at sports. He was in all the school teams. He ran up and kissed Lana. They walked away together. And
No.
yeah, the line about Nietzsche,
Mm-hmm.
from 1844 to 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
A German writer and thinker. He wrote about man and Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what do you think about my
Yeah,
my
going
skill
well.
reading?
Going well so far. It's very good.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
Good. Very
Great.
good. It's interesting.
Okay. And is this book? It's level 2.
Right. So that's good.
Oh, it's actually because there are A1, A2
Mm-hmm.
basic forms and B1, B2, and C1, C2.
Right.
It's different levels when it comes to learn English.
Right.
And
Where's this one at?
this book is in A2
A2.
for intermediate. Yeah,
Intermediate. Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. In my opinion, this book is a piece of cake.
Yeah.
There aren't hard words or hard structures here.
No.
It's and by the way, it's great stories.
It's a great story.
It's a great story.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah. And I don't think you really need to read really in-depth books. Sometimes you can't enjoy them when there's too much big words or weird sentences or different pronouns or different structures of the sentence. It's like, oh, it's hard work. I think it's better to
Yeah.
better to start with intermediate, and so that you enjoy the reading. It's all about
Yeah.
enjoying it, and you can understand it. So I don't think there's any need to go any harder with it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got it. And in my opinion, this book is a piece of cake, but you can learn different things about English here.
Yes.
Because there are different pronouns, personal pronouns, object pronouns, possessive adjective here, different possessive adjective, different important tenses, simple past, present simple,
Yes, I think it covers a lot of stuff, especially
phrasal verbs,
storyline.
simple phrasal verbs here.
Yes. Yes, I
Yeah.
think so. I find it quite interesting. I think it's quite a good book to learn English from.